bet. Number 2. Same idea. What's number 1 going to be? What's line 1 going to be on problem number 2? Because it's always given. True. Now, on number 1, I see on the right side, parentheses went away. Just like problem number 1, what does that mean? That was distributive property. 8 times x, 8 times 2. So let's go ahead and write distributive property. If you want to abbreviate, it's all good. Number 3 is where the last video left off. X is on both sides. Does that mean I combine them or get rid of one? So when it's on both sides, you need to get rid of the smaller x. So that's why your x's dramatically changed from step 3 to 4, because the smaller x is 5x, and what happened was that canceled out, and then 8 minus 5x gives you that 3x, right? So they're not showing the work, but you got to think, well, how do I get that? So what did I do on both sides? Subtraction. So the reason is subtraction. POE. Whoa. Yes, sorry. I skipped a step. Let's back that up. Wow. Okay. Step 2 was combining like terms, yes. You're good. I skipped step 2. What I just told you was true for down here on this next line, okay? So again, to get from here down to here was subtraction property of equality. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Skipping around like a crazy guy. POE. All right. Now, moving on from there. X is on the right side. What do I need to get rid of first? Right here, to get from here to here, what disappears is the 19. How do I get rid of a positive 19? It is subtraction. And that makes sense. 7 minus 19 is negative 12. So my reasoning, sometimes you have the same reason twice, because we once again subtracted, right? So it's subtraction POE. Okay. All right. Number 5, 3 goes away. So what happened to get that 3 gone? What? Divide. Okay. If 3 disappears, any coefficient must be divided. Okay. Negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. So what property is that? Okay. It is division POE. Now, look at step 6 and step 7. What changed? What? Okay, the order flips, it switches the order. So let's remember from page 1, what was that property that flips the entire thing all the way over? So right here you see A equals B means B equals A. Flipping it around means it's symmetric. So if your last step is taking X on the right, putting it on the left, that's called symmetric property. Okay? Bless you. So let's fill that in right here. Symmetric property. And that's it. So switching it around is symmetric property. All right. Now look at number 3. What's weird about number 3 compared to number 2? It's completely blank, so you got to solve it on the left and then give your reasons on the right. Exactly, but I'm glad I hear some confidence. That's kind of redundant, but here we go. Let's do this. On number 3, what do I always put first? Uh-oh. Yo, come down. Why is this? Why you do this? There we go. Just a little. Just. There we go. That's a little bit down. There we go. Okay. What was I doing? Trying to move that down. All right, here we go. Okay, we always write the given first. So everyone's writing 5x plus 10. Everyone's writing on number 3, 5x plus 10 equals 3 parentheses 3x minus 2, right? Everyone's on number 3 at the bottom of the second page. Now, what's my reason? Given. You're just rewriting this right here. Now, on the last two problems, what happened first and what do we have to do first? And if you remember PEMDAS, the P stands for parentheses. You're going to have to distribute into that parentheses first. 3 times 3x, 3 times negative 2. Now, everyone hear me. You want to write small because there's a lot of steps and there's not a lot of room. Okay? So, 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times negative 2. It's kind of 6, but more like a negative or minus 6. Okay? Bring down 5x plus 10 equal sign. So what's that first step's reason off to the right? Distributive. So, distributive property. Now, I wouldn't combine like terms here because there's nothing that's the same on either side of the equation. But x is on both sides. What do we do when x is on both sides? Get rid of the smaller x. So the smaller x is 5x. So minus 5x on both sides. Cancels out here. Bring down 10 equals 9 minus 5 is 4x. And then bring down minus 6. What is that step's reason? Well, on this step, we just did what? Subtracted on both sides. So that's subtraction, POE. Okay, now, x is on the right-hand side. What do I need to get rid of first on the right-hand side? The loner is minus 6. What's the opposite of minus 6? Plus 6, right? So I'm going to do that on both sides. Plus 6, cancel out. 10 plus 6 is, on the left side, 10 plus 6 is 16. Bring down 4x. So what was that reason that I just did? I just added both sides. That's called addition, POE. All right, last step on the right-hand side. I got a 4 that I need to get rid of. How do I do that? Divide by 4, because it's a coefficient. Once we divide by 4, on the left-hand side, 16 over 4 is 4 equals x. And what did I just do? Division, property of equality. And then, my last step, when x is on the right-hand side, what do I got to do? Okay, switch the order. X needs to be on the left. X equals 4. And what do I call it when I just do a switcheroo? You don't want to just put switcheroo. You put what? Symmetric property of equal, or just symmetric property. Sorry, no POE, just prop per t. Now, with that in mind, I want you to try on the back side, number 4 and 5, the exact same way we did number 3, 2, and 1, using those properties. Okay? You can do it, and we'll circle around and check them in a second.